So it was about June of 2022. I added this girl off quick ad on Snap and we were texting going back and forth for a couple of weeks. And then I started sending her videos of me choking my chicken. Anyway, on one of these days, it was straight after school. And as I was doing it, my mum walked in. But before I get into that, I really got to start from the beginning of the story. So let's travel back about a month before that. It was March, and I was going through a really rough period in my life. I just went through a breakup because of my own consequence, and everyone at school hated me. I was feeling very lonely, very heartbroken. So what did I do? I pretty much just added a bunch of girls off quick ad, like a lot of lonely guys would. And yeah, a couple of them added me back. A lot of the girls were dry, plainly because I was year 10. Some of these girls were older and they were much prettier than I could actually score with. But there was this one girl who I thought I had a chance with, and I thought she was really hot because she snapped me first. So I shot my shot. I was like, sent a snap, hey beautiful, I think you're gorgeous, something along those lines. And it scored. She was like, oh, thank you, you're not too bad yourself, you're pretty cute. You know, progresses, we talked for a little bit, we called a couple of nights, but I was really desperate back then for the attention in a woman. I was trying to find that attention because of how porn addicted I was at the time. I watched, bro, these birds! I was really addicted to porn at this time, so I often looked for attention from women. So yeah, me and this girl, we're going back and forth, and you know, it starts getting a bit spicier. She shows a little bit of interest. I show a lot more interest than what I should. You know, I start sending her pictures of me flexing, really cringy shit, and whatnot. And, you know, she's like, oh, it's cute, like most girls do. And then I'm on call with her one night, and we, you know, there's a little bit of sexual tension. She sends me a snap of her ass, and that makes me froth. So I'm like, oh, I probably should send something back. And I asked her, hey, do you want a dick pic? She's like, oh, yeah, okay. Sent one, and I was like weirded out because this is like new territory for me because I don't do that type of stuff. I never really was the type of guy to do that. Mostly because I felt really insecure with myself at that time. So this girl, so I sent a picture to this girl, and she's like, oh, you know, yeah. I got mixed feelings from it, but I didn't take too much from that. It wasn't that deep for me at the time. Anyway, I started getting more and more horny as the weeks went on. I remember talking to her while playing GTA 5, and she was just very dry, and she just kept getting more dry and dry while I was getting more and more, what's the word for it, just like obsessed. Like I got so obsessed with her, I would send her messages saying, oh, you know, like you're all I really have right now, and I'm broken without you. And she just sent me back like, oh, you know, I'm here if you ever need to talk to me, the usual response. You know, it was difficult, I think. And you know, I didn't realize it at the time for some reason, but she was just so dry to me. And I didn't think anything of it because this is my usual reception from women because of how much I was obsessed at getting attention of women. You know, I dated 15 girls throughout my high school career. Not good numbers at all. You know, and it's not something I would recommend. Definitely wait. But me and this girl, we keep going back and forth. I'm sending more and more. I start sending videos of me choking the chicken. this is where she starts getting really dry. And I think she started getting weirded out at this point, because sending a video of you nutting is, I don't think, very pleasurable to watch at all. You know, it's so weird to think about it and look back on it. But I think a lot of you guys can probably relate to me. You wanted that attention from women. You wanted to be noticed by them. So you did these things because you thought they like it, but they really don't. So yeah, I go through all the motions of doing that. And then the one day, it's a nice day after school. I was having a goodish day. You know, I get home, boot up the Xbox, blah, 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 blah. I'm snapping this girl. And there's a little bit of sexual tension from me, not from her end whatsoever. And I was like, oh, I might as well go film another video because I felt like doing it. I was horny. And I go into my room. I forgot to close the door. That was a huge mistake later in this story. I whip out my phone, you know, doing the motions, and then I start hearing these footsteps very faintly. I'm like, oh, it's probably just someone going to the bathroom because my room's right next to the bathroom. And then my mum walks in, camera in hand, chicken in the other, and she walks in and it's just like, oh my God, turns around. Ah, man. I ended up stopping the video as she walked in, so all you heard was like, oh my, and then it stopped. So the video just kept going on repeat like that. I'm lucky it was quiet and it wasn't loud. My mum still, I don't think, knows that I was actually recording that at the time, which I'm so thankful about. But she went off like bamboozled, I think, as anyone would be. And then I sat in my room in embarrassment because not only did my mum just see my ween, but I also was filming it. That's really weird, dude. Ugh. Yeah. So now I had to try and figure a way to try and talk to my mum again, like a normal person. You know, I went out into the lounge room, I told my brother just started giggling his shit off, as you would imagine. And I was just like, what? How am I even going to talk to my mum again? How do you talk to your mum again after she walks in on that? So she actually starts at first talking something about chores, and then she says, look, I don't care that you did that. It's normal. Just next time, close the door, which is a fair enough response. I was still shooken up, so I'm like, yeah, yep, just half-assed responses because I'm too embarrassed to talk to my own mum right now. You know, and the takeaway from that experience, looking back on it, is just like, I didn't realize it at the time, but the problem wasn't that I got walked in on or any of that. The problem was I was so addicted to watching porn that it really changed my perception on women, and it changed it so horribly. I went from being a boy who just wanted to have a wife, or a hot wife, and wanted to have some kids, and very innocent and pure, you know, just kissing and stuff, to a boy who got very addicted to the shape of a woman's body and the abilities that they had to arouse me. And it's really destructive when you get into a habit like that. And that's why I think addiction to that is just so dangerous. You know, I look back on that, I'm just like, what are you even doing, bro? It's embarrassing. Like, if you look at yourself in the fourth person, like, you're outside of everything. Like, well, third person's a better word for it. And you just look at yourself in that moment, you're just like, man, like, you are so sad. You know, instead of using your time to go work out, go and enjoy your time with your friends, you know, even just go play video games, using your time to choke your chicken to a girl that you don't even know in real life, who lives hours away from you. You know, like, my best advice to anyone who's who has a porn addiction is just the awareness that you need for it, because it's fun in the moment to do it, but there's side effects, like you have a warped perception of women. There's other side effects where you're just less motivated to do things, and you stop caring about the things that you used to care about, and you don't have any drive to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Because that's what porn does. It rips the soul out of your body, and all you gain from it is a little bit of pleasure. You know, I became porn free about 6-7 months after that. You know, and I've never been better. I'm like, you know, it's now 2025, October. I'm getting married next year to the most beautiful woman in the world. And this all happened just because I put some systems into place to quit porn forever. Because porn is something that really destroyed any relationship I had when I was younger. To end off this video, I just want to say how beautifully women are made in the image of God, you know, and how far we fall when we look at porn and we look at all the worldly things that porn produces. You know, women are so beautifully made and they deserve so much respect. And as men, we just don't give it to them, especially me. I have not given a life. I need to give a lifetime of respect to the women in my life for just the 5 years that I spent addicted to porn and degrading women. So please realize that if you have a porn addiction and you're still young, or even if you're a young adult, please get rid of it, because it will plague any relationship you get into, and it will destroy your life. Take it from someone who got walked in on by their mum because of their porn addiction and because of how much they needed attention from women. I love you, boys. God bless.